Hello and welcome to another update video. In this video I want to cover Immutable X, IMX. It's not a cryptocurrency I am currently invested in. With this TA and this overview, I'm basically fulfilling the request of one of my channel members who also bought me some coffees on Buy Me a Coffee to keep me awake here while doing this. So that's fantastic. And yeah, obviously, you know, I can't take a lot of these requests, but sometimes it fits, you know, sometimes it works. And if I'm kept awake with some coffees, then I'm happy to take a look at that. Of course, time is limited, you know, and there are so many cryptos, and I understand there are so many requests. But yeah, sometimes it works out. Sometimes I can free up a bit of time, and with the right coffee, yeah, I'm happy to go ahead. So let's take a look at IMX. As I said, it's not a cryptocurrency I'm invested in. I have a few, just fundamentally about the project, I have a few doubts and there are a few challenges, but there are a lot of challenges for different cryptocurrencies given the competition and everything. The reason why I'm not invested in Immutable X is because there is just a lot of competition in the space. Yes, it has a first mover advantage in terms of what they do, in terms of a second layer scaling solution for Ethereum NFTs and basically getting rid of the fee problem. But given that with Ethereum, there will be a, you know, Ethereum 2.0 sharding, all this sort of stuff that is coming, that's already coming, that's going to come, and that's going to change the whole Ethereum space. There are just a lot of unknowns currently, you know. So yeah, it's nothing that personally excites me too much. I know there is a ridiculous problem with Ethereum gas fees on Ethereum NFTs, and fair enough, it's a solid project, to be honest. I like the tokenomics as well, but I just, you know, there are other projects that just interest me more. It's a personal It's a personal decision. I'm not saying that there isn't any potential. There's a lot of potential here, but also everybody who's investing in Immutable X needs to be aware that there's a lot of competition coming, and yes, IMX is a first mover in that space, but Ethereum 2.0 is coming as well. So bear that in mind. Just really wanted to take a look here at the chart. First of all, I mean, it's a good project, you know. They are listed on some of the most reputable and also highest liquidity exchanges out there. So you've got here Binance, you've got KuCoin, you've got OKEx. There are a lot out there which are really, listing IMX. And early investors really were paid off very well. I think the pre-sale price was around 10 cents, 15 cents. So even at the current price, that was a ridiculous price increase. But given that from where we are coming from, around $9.50 here, it's looking a bit like a discount at the moment. But can we expect a bit of a move up from here or a further move down? So let me give you my view. So as you can probably see here, the initial run after the pre-sale was basically leading to a new all-time high all the way to 950, pretty much an impulsive move to the upside, probably like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern here. We then saw us correcting down in an ABC correction, but we haven't yet necessarily found a low here. So you've got this corrective phase here. Probably, yeah, you could even say we were moving down here in a channel, as you can see here. So we've got a channel here currently finding some support. So it's an interesting one here at the moment, but we haven't broken out of the channel yet. So there was a bit of a fake out here on the 3rd or 4th of February. And by the way, I can't really draw any fibs here because the chart history is just too short, right? If I was starting here at the previous significant low, it wouldn't really give me anything, right? You'd go into the negative. So that's a bit hard to do. All we can do is probably here from the downtrend to take a look at the Fibonacci levels, potentially from that first major wave down here with that significant low here on the 6th of December, that we could take a look at it that way around through all the Fibonacci extensions. And you can see where the price is currently finding support is here at the 1.38 Fibonacci level. Now, I'm not saying we couldn't even drop lower, maybe to $1. That would also be the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. So I would personally just go with the idea that somewhere in this area here, between the 1.272 and the 1.618 extension of that downtrend, of the first major wave down, we find support and have a really good chance to turn around. Now, as you can already see, we've already seen that area, we've hit that area. because we have seen here a strong reaction, fairly strong reaction to the 1.38 Fibonacci extension level. So also you can pretty much, you can see that the previous low here was also resistance at 424 of that previous high. So there was a bit of a pump here, probably in the last few days. I took a look on other exchanges as well, and it was a similar pump. So it probably has some meaning here. Also bounced off that 50-day moving average, couldn't really get through here. So I'll leave that on the chart here just to highlight, this is where we could really find a lot of support here. Should we really come down once more, the $1 level will be a significant one. I'm not sure if we're going to get down that low. Certainly the $2 level down here as well will be significant support. So I'll put in that as a support line as well. But as you can already see here in the channel, found support, double bottom pattern at around $2, then started to move up here on an uptrend. And well, we're getting into a tipping point here. So decision point coming, guys. You see that moving up in this ascending trend line, moving down in this descending trend line in the apex now. So there was an attempted breakout that did fail, but we've held support. Held support basically above the 1.272 extension level. So that is important. And we just, I think, are at a stage here where we need to see what the price is doing. We are at this tipping point where, had we been somewhere here, we could have said, right, we found support, there's probably another move up. We are in an uptrend here, but now because we are approaching this apex, you can't really say what's going to happen now because it depends on too many factors. We're in a descending channel we've been in since, beginning of December. So a huge one, important descending trend line. My feeling, my call would be we're probably going to push higher. Yeah, and the reason for that is that I still expect in the very short term rising prices for Bitcoin before that will be another sell-off. So in the short term, I think we should really be able to break through here. Also looking at other cryptos that have moved up here and broken that descending trend line. There are many examples also in the NFT space and in the metaverse space that have broken that descending trend line and move higher here. And then we could talk about the next key resistance level being here that 380 level, that is the 50-day moving average, and then 424, which is here the previous low of that first major wave down of that downtrend on the 6th of December. Should we really break down and need to find support, then you've got here a significant one is again that 225, 226 level, the 1.38 Fibonacci extension, and then $2. Yeah, that's an important support level as well. Overall, I think we have here, we need to find the low first, yeah, and we need to find the low. So I can't really also give you any price expectations really, because we've just come down to low. So there isn't really any significant previous low where I can base my FIBs on for the next major wave up. Could give it a go based on the previous high and the current low, that we then can make some assumptions about previous highs, which then could take us all the way up to the 1.618 extension at around $14, between $14 and $17, I would say, between the 1.618 FIB extension and the 200% FIB extension. That is, I think, where the price could be going. But as I said, there are many unknowns. And to be honest, I don't know too much about the project, yeah. So I didn't have time to do hours of research. I know quite a few things because one of my friends actually invested in IMX as well. Actually, in the pre-sale, he was extremely lucky. Looking at some of the indicators here, let's see if we can see a potential turnaround here. The 4-day chart doesn't give us a lot. On the RSI, we're basically in the bearish range, so indicating actually further downside potential. Let's go to the 2-day chart. On the 2-day chart, we seem to see here a reversal to the upside, a potential one. The first time that happened on the 2-day, a MACD. You can see that if I zoom in, a MACD bullish divergence, but you can also see that already the uptrend is slowing down. So from a deep green bar to the upside, we're already seeing decreasing buying pressure, and also the 2-day RSI is still in the bearish range. Doesn't give me too much confidence. And also here on the 1-day, still in the bearish range. So we need to break above the 50 line on the RSI. Keep an eye on that. The 50 line on the RSI is an important one here. Throughout this whole correction, the level, trend lines are always subjective, but the 50 line on the RSI or these indicators can be fairly objective. So that's an important one to watch, the 50 line on the RSI. If we break above that, And it's not just a fake out, that was a fake out, but that's a good sign then, because throughout this whole correction, there was only one attempted breakout above the 50 line that did hold the price down as well. Unfortunately, on the 1-day MACD, the price, the buying pressure is reducing down as well. So yeah, it's not looking too good here. On all time frames here, pretty much, we are below 50 on the RSI. But on the other hand, we are just moving sideways here at the moment, slightly moving up, and need to essentially wait for that breakout. So breakout is coming here very shortly. There will be a move, and we can also define a possible price target here for a move up, and we need to base that on, it sort of is a triangle, so we can give it a rough estimation based on the height of the triangle, and if there will be a breakout point, where could that be heading in the next move. Oops. So let's just take here this to a potential breakout point here. Could take us again to 488. That is pretty much very close to that previous low here. It's somewhere here, when that channel started to the downside. Yeah, I think that could then take us quite far down, roughly to the $1 level actually. So yeah, you've got these two targets that I talked about previously. That is my view on Immutable X. I think there might be other projects that show a bit more potential also from a chart point of view. But in the end, there could be some short-term gains. However, only if the downtrending line is broken, then you can expect here probably some short-term gains. It seems to be pumping from time to time, very short peaks. So that could also be just a short peak. But overall, looking at the longer-term indicators as well, I would rather imagine there will be another leg down. Of course, never guaranteed. That would be my primary view, maybe a short-term move up here, and then as Bitcoin is going to move down once more, if it does, again, all probabilities, but then we could see another drop to $2 and potentially even down to $1. Yeah, don't necessarily think we're going to see the dollar, but $2 would be a fairly realistic level again. All right, hopefully you liked the update about Immutable X, IMX. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.